Wheels.
Stick shift.
Mustang.
Chevrolet.
Edsel.
Ferrari.
Ford.
Chevrolet.
Okay.
You guys get in there if you need to kill someone, do it.
Jaguar. Hubcaps.
Hubcaps.
Die!
Henry, thank you. She's so pleasure. So yeah, don't be afraid. Get in there, yell, die if somebody repeats something or says something that's not in the category, or etc. etc. Can I get another category?
Breakfast cereals.
Breakfast cereals. We'll go with brand names of breakfast cereals.
Kicks.
Blueberry.
Kellogg's.
Rice Krispies.
Fruit Loops.
Weetabix. Franken Crunch.
Life.
Wheaties.
Die!
Okay, another category.
Types of weather.
Types of weather. Good, bad. How about like things that happen in weather? I guess that's kind of what you're saying, right? Like
Names of storms.
and stuff like
How
that.
about leather?
Yeah.
Weather.
These are weather terms. Weather terms, okay?
Lightning.
Hail.
Sleep.
Jet Street.
Snow.
Clear.
Fog.
Cumulus clouds.
Sunny.
He was out of weather. Another category.
Types of candy.
Types of candy. Types of candy. Okay.
Chocolate.
Hershey.
Lollipop.
Peppermint.
Sucker.
Types of
You just went, Paul.
Types of pasta.
Farm equipment that can kill you.
Someone else.
Kinds of dogs.
Types of dogs.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Collie.
Chihuahua.
But. Chihuahua.
Off with his head.
Something pretty hard for the final category.
Bodies of water.
Bodies of water.
Ooh.
Names or types?
Names. Specific
Names.
names.
Names of bodies of water. Ready?
Gulf of Mexico.
Erie Canal.
Lake Superior.
I give up.
Summers on the lake, I give up. Those were the days. Okay. String of Pearls. Chris Friday. Sally. Pinky. Satya. Faye. Adam and Steve T.
What am I doing?
Oh, Daryl's in the building. Super Daryl!
Okay, we're playing a little game now. This is called String of Pearls. The way this game works is these fantastic improvisers up here are going to tell a story, but they're going to tell the story out of order. We're going to start with the last line first, and then we're going to get the first line of the story, and neither one of those two lines have to have anything to do with each other. They have to be completely dissimilar. And then the rest of the actors are going to fill in that story, and hopefully, by the end, it will all make sense. As each new improviser comes down, we'll repeat the story so you can hear the whole thing. All right?
All right.
Can I get a, do we want a title for this kind of story?
Sure, yeah.
All right, well, title for this story.
Eggnog made me sick.
Eggnog Made Me Sick is the title of the story, but that's not necessarily the first line. All right, very nice. Last line first, and then first line. As soon as the lights come on.
And I threw up all over him.
It was the best Christmas party ever!
Yeah. Repeat.
And I threw up all over him.
I was allergic to eggs. Who knew?
It was the best Christmas party ever!
I was allergic to eggs. Who knew?
And I threw up all over him.
I ended up with my head in the bowl.
It was the best Christmas party ever!
I was allergic to eggs. Who knew?
I ended up with my head in the bowl.
And I threw up all over him.
Uncle Edgar had brought the biggest surprise.
It was the best Christmas party ever!
Uncle Edgar had brought the biggest surprise.
I was allergic to eggs. Who knew?
And I ended up with my head in the bowl.
And I threw up all over him.
of chickens.
It was the best Christmas party ever.
Uncle Edgar brought the biggest surprise.
There were a bunch of chickens. I was allergic to eggs. Who knew?
And I ended up with my head in the bowl.
And I threw up all over him.
Tequila!
It was the best Christmas party ever.
Uncle Edgar brought the biggest surprise.
There were a bunch of chickens. I was allergic to eggs. Who knew?
And I ended up with my head in the bowl.
Tequila!
And I threw up all over him.
Excellent. Brilliant. Totally awesome. Alright. For our next thingamajig, I need Dave H. and Tracy K. Alright, so they're going to be doing a scene, okay? Straight up, regular, theatrical scene. And in their heads, they are repeating something over and over and over and over. Okay, so what's something that Tracy could, something short, maybe 3 or 4 words or less, that she could be repeating over and over?
I hate green.
I hate green? Okay. So you're repeating that throughout the scene. I hate green, while you're improvising. And something for Dave?
I have to poop.
I have to poop. Okay? So that's what you're repeating over and over. Okay? You don't necessarily say this
I was
thing.
just saying that for myself. That wasn't.
Now in the show.
Ladies' room right through there.
No.
Are you okay with this suggestion?
Oh, yeah. I can handle it.
Yeah. Looks like he's already got that going. Can I get a location for them?
More than you know.
Truck stop.
A truck stop. Okay, you're at a truck stop. Get the mantra going right now. Get it going. I have to poop and I hate green. Good. You guys already know each other. The characters know each other.
Well, Horace, it's time to go back on the road. We've been at this rest stop long enough.
Well, Martha, you know, this trucking business, I tell you, it seems to be a little rough. You know, it's a long distance between truck stops.
Sure
Keep
is,
that mantra going in your
especially
head.
when you're wearing that shirt.
That's my favorite shirt. That's the right color and everything. It kind of looks like how I feel, you know?
Look, Horace, I'm not getting back in the truck with you. I can't.
Have a big reaction to this, Dave?
I just,
Oh, no! What happens if
Bigger, make it bigger, and remember your mantra.
You may have to take over the wheel! God! I need you!
I need you too, Horace, but I have needs, and they're not being met.
Well, you know, I need them, but you might have to wait a little bit before I can get there, you know?
Make that mantra louder. Get it louder in your head. Keep going.
Look, there's just no way. There's just no way. I'm not getting back in the truck. There's just, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Maybe we got a solution here. Maybe if we stay at this truck stop and have a second glass of milk magnesia, we'll be able to
No, I'm not eating the milk and magnesia with the green dye in it again. I'm not doing it. No. I'm not getting back in the truck. I've had it. I've been on the road with you 10,000 miles today, and I'm not doing it.
Tell me you want a divorce, Tracy.
I want a divorce.
Oh, shit.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I never wanted to be a truck driver. I was meant for the stage.
Man, you're making me turn green!
Ah! No! Look,
Find your resolution.
Look, we're calling it quits. There's no way. There's just no way. I cannot look at you.
Okay, Okay, all right, it's probably the better for the both of them. You just head off and hop in the truck. I got a bathroom I need to visit.
That was poop-tastic.
Yeah. Lynn, Katie, and Adam to the stage. Por favor. How's everybody doing? I have to poop. I have to think this thing in his head. I have to poop. I have to poop. I have to poop. Okay, so this is hesitation debate. Okay, Adam's going to be hosting a debate, and these two are debating a topic. So what's a topic for them to debate?
Pudding.
Pudding? Okay, one of you is pro-pudding and one of you is anti-pudding. The thing with this game is, while they're debating, they put their whenever they put their hand up, they're asking for help from you. So you can shout out anything you want at all, a word or a phrase, and they'll pick something and work it into their argument and continue the debate. And we'll go like, 2 minutes, minute, and then final closing statement. All right, so we have pudding and hesitation debate. Here we go.
Welcome to the Jello pudding debates. Today we have two very important people here to debate whether pudding should be pro or con. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Starting here on my right.
Hello, everybody. My name is Putty Pudding, and of course, I am pro pudding as it's a family name.
Get over here.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ivana Perevenyakonya, and I do not believe in pudding because my family only used potatoes for every meal.
All right. Well, Patty, you won the toss backstage.
It's Putty.
Putty, Patty, Patty. You go for it.
Okay.
Opening statement.
My fellow Americans, I come to you today with this question in mind. Would you like to see pudding? Crozier? Or would you like to see it?
Dividing.
Dividing. I don't think either. I think we want to see pudding on the table every meal of the day. And it is important that our pudding is flavored with cigarettes. So kids, stop smoking. I think we can all agree that pudding will save the earth as well as
Captain Planet.
Captain Planet.
That wasn't 2 minutes, but thank you, Putty. Go ahead.
Those commercials for pudding are so outdated, and I believe that we should have commercials for potatoes. It is so much more nutritional for us. All that sugar is on the out, and all of that flavoring is on the out, and all of that
Abraham Lincoln.
laxatives that they sneak into the pudding are out. People are using the bathroom way too much, as you saw in the former scene. I believe that if we cancel all of the pudding, that we will be able to have a more regularity in our natural regularity in our society, and we'll be able to be a little less hyper.
I could not disagree with you more.
Go right to the rebuttal. I love it.
Pudding is keeping us regular as well as keeping our schools
Kindergarten free.
confused. Everyone in school is in an uproar, wondering why they're here, why they're there. And if it wasn't for pudding, kids would feel zippers all over the place. Up and down, up and down. Pudding is nutritious. It keeps you regular, and it provides the brain power we need to fight okra, which is having a huge comeback in the 21st century.
Thank you, Putty. Alicia Rashad, go ahead.
Ivana Perevinya.
Of course.
I know that we have a history of of using pudding and watching the pudding commercials, and all of the children believe
Table.
minivans.
Piggy.
Minivans are full of pudding, but they're not. They're full of potatoes. And the reason that we need to make potatoes a primary focus in our society is
Get a wire.
cream.
Get a wire.
Vodka. Because we can make vodka out of potatoes. Of course, everybody knows that, and we'll be obliviously much more happy.
Alright, buddy, closing arguments?
In closing, I do want to say that I'm a little bit for vodka. However, without pudding,
Honey bears.
honey bears would not exist. And we all know without honey bears, crotch crews would not exist. Therefore, I urge you, my fellow Americans, when you go to the voting polls today, vote
Psychedelic bullfrog.
eczema, so we can apply pudding to our skin.
Closing arguments?
Just think back to Thanksgiving and all of the people that had potatoes, not
Psychedelic bullfrog.
underwear. And the pudding is never thought about. It is out of everybody's minds. And we need horseshoes. Because they help to stir the potatoes for our Thanksgiving meals and hopefully every meal.
Alright, by a show of applause, are we either pro-pudding or anti-pudding? Pro-pudding? I think the pudding speaks for itself. Go out and get yourself some Jell-O! Thank you!
Alrighty, I need Susan, Anne Maureen, and Jess to the stage, please, for our next improvisational game. Who here would like to surrender their license, their driver's license, for just a brief moment? So that we can do something on stage. Here we go. Yeah. I'll take that 22 if you. There you go. So our improvisers are going to be studying these licensees and using them as inspiration for the scene. I need a third one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so first off, one thing that's interesting is we have 3 women here, and we have 3 male driver's licenses. So just keep that in mind.
Very open-minded.
First thing I want to do is study the face, okay? And stand in a line, please, if you would. And show us the face. I want you to make the face that's on the driver's license throughout the scene. Okay? So let's see the face. Good. Okay, so what's the location? Starbucks? Okay, you're at Starbucks. Use the stools if you want. Great. One of you can enter if you feel more comfortable that way. But keep the face. And if you need to refer to the license to answer any questions, go ahead. Face. What did it say? Keep
Hey
up.
girls, welcome to Starbucks today. What will you have?
I don't know.
Well, you can think about it, and can I help you? Having a rough morning, huh?
Little bit, yeah.
Well, you know, we love it here at Starbucks. We're here at 5:30 in the morning.